afternoon, everyone. This is Jared Rand. Welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for Wednesday, November 12, 2025, after 3:15 p.m. Eastern. I'll make sure you're in a comfortable position, relaxed into your body, still as a statue, focused on your breath rising and falling. To live in something, right? In other words, if we are to fully be in this world, live currently, right now, in the now, in this 3D realm, we need to get beyond it. When we are locked only in this 3D practical 9 to 5 reality, it's just pure suffering. Unless we could find an alternative dimension to play in that honors this unlimited creative spiritual being we truly are. We simply cannot relax, breathe, and feel safe here. We deeply need the foundation of the fourth side, right, on our lives, if we are to relish and appreciate this 3D materialistic world. So it's kind of like you can see everything, you can experience everything, you can create, but you're kind of like you're at the wheel. You're traveling at the wheel. You're driving, and you're the one directing everything. You're not in it, so to speak. You're kind of behind it, watching everything. Picking this, not picking that, manifesting this, not manifesting this. You're kind of overseeing everything and directing. Okay? Most of us are heavily entrenched in it. So it's like if you're on a plane and you look at you can see the entire forest, right? But when you're in the forest, you can't see the entire forest. That's what it's like for us to be in this realm, in this world, this 3D world. So we're in the forest. We're not above it watching, directing, seeing, because you can see so much more and cover so much more. So you kind of sit there and you say, well, I got to get up beyond this, period, in order to really enjoy it. Because you want to be the director. I'm not talking about controlling everything. I'm talking about you direct and you decide. But behind the wheel, behind the rudder, behind everything, behind the sails, you're the one that's watching all this on a large scope. So you choose where you want to interact with, what you want to experience, period. Because the mind is intangible. In fact, it does not exist. It's really an illusion. The surest way to control it is to seek it. Then its activities cease. It's been said that it is our deepest love and fear that drives us in this life to become who we truly are. It is karmically there, always pushing us beyond the boundaries of who we believed we once were, and what we thought was impossible. Now, when we embrace all that we love and fear, we step out beyond our edge and move through the one thing we are most afraid to do, and love the being that we most yearn to love. It is taking this risk to embrace our love and fear that makes our lives truly amazing. It's through the risk that we find that perpetual crack in the doorway that always opens us up to the fourth, side, the dimension of infinite possibilities. Perpetually taking this risk gives us all the power we need to receive the greatest abundance we yearn for in our lives. So how do we get to that side? You know, a lot of people are wondering, how do we know when we've reached that side? Are there any signs to see? You know you've got at least one toe touching that side when you feel every single detail of your life is perfect exactly the way it is. And when you can trust in life 24 hours a day, seeing how it is effortlessly manifesting everything you want through your every thought, desire, and intention. You feel appreciative and unburdened by all that occurs or doesn't occur. You see the Grand Master play behind it all. And realize that the only thing you're truly responsible for is your happiness in each moment. This is kind of like the tower that you're watching everything, right? And life becomes a constant manifestation playground. You get to experience firsthand how powerful you actually are at creating your reality. You also get to see how easy and fun your daily life truly is. There are no mistakes you can make when you're on this side. There are no accidents or coincidences. You see that every single incident that occurs is part of the greater divine plan. Comprehending this, you take advantage of this perfect opportunity here and start to design the most fantastic, enjoyable, and healing scenes anyone could ever imagine painting on life's blank canvas. On this side, you're looking, remember, you're up in a tower looking over the forest. We are free from the heaviness of responsibility because we feel this highly intelligent universe is working through us. And we stop entertaining ourselves in the narrow-minded games of the first and second sides. In other words, you've got the coin, you've got the heads, the tails, the center path, right? And you can look at that as the forest, and then you're in the tower, fourth side. Here, we can truly enjoy playing this universal manifestation game with everyone around us. This side is our passageway to finding total freedom and enlightenment in this lifetime. It is an exquisite, enlightening space where we find that there are no heroes, perpetrators, or victims here. There is nobody to blame or point at for why things are the way that they are either. There is just acceptance of what is and the deep allowance and recognition of the divine, all-intelligent perfection that is everywhere. And this all entails shifting one's consciousness. You start by doing something different to begin shifting your consciousness. There must be a willingness to let go of who you thought you were and open up to something totally fresh, alive, and new. And the more you can surrender to this deep letting go process, the more all the enlightening attributes of the fourth side will naturally reveal themselves to you. Your life is meant to be a fun, joyous adventure. Everything you want to manifest in love, money, health, sex, and why would it be there if that wasn't the case? Your intimate relationships can and will be yours one day. You simply have to choose to expand your mind, increase your consciousness, and raise your vibration high enough by exploring what is within. Your desires will easily, effortlessly find their way into your life. You live, you love, you lose, you learn, and someday you might laugh. Anonymous. There is something extremely magical happening right now in this very moment of your life. Now, you may not be aware of it or care to take notice, yet it is here, and it continues to go on being magical all the time. It happens so frequently that it can seem normal, obvious, and typical, which is why you might tend to overlook it every day. Yet truly, this magical thing is more amazing than the mind can fully believe or comprehend. This miraculous thing I'm talking about is your life. And it is happening inside of you, through you, to you, and for you right now. There is a perpetual creation of the experience of you occurring just for you to enjoy you. There's not much you can do about it. The best thing to do is to just let go and completely surrender yourself to the experience. On a physical level, there are millions of miniature life-giving processes happening inside your body right now. There are energies that are keeping your heart beating, your lungs breathing, your hair growing, your teeth from decaying, and allowing your heart to relax and sleep tonight. Your diaphragm is pulling in a continual flow of oxygenating energy into your lungs, while your body is pumping blood, pushing blood to trillions of cells, lovingly transporting the great river of life, giving energy to every cell throughout your body. In this moment, as you sitting here, me, and comprehending what I'm sharing, billions of brain cells are being engaged in comprehending these concepts. It is only in this now moment that you can find this miraculous experience called life and discover where it is coming from. When you stop to appreciate all of the wonderful things that are occurring in your life, this highly sensitive extrasensory perception begins opening within you. You begin feeling and seeing the divinity that is behind every breath and heartbeat. This wonderful sensitivity increases to the point where you can feel the vibrant matrix of intelligence that is weaving itself through all thoughts and things. It's amazing what a little appreciation for life can open up in you. When you start to be grateful for all the little things that you usually take for granted, you can begin to see, smell, taste, and hear the deeper meaning of your existence. It becomes possible to actually know on a spiritual level why you are here. And what is the true meaning of your life? You see that everything that is happening around you is actually a miracle, because you realize that you also are a miracle. Perhaps one of the greatest gifts we can give ourselves is the experience of conscious awareness. We can watch the mind, think, perceive, make up all sorts of explanations about ourselves and our life. We can see that when we make the slightest, most subtle shift in our perception of reality, our entire attitude and exploration of life changes. Our body responds differently to stimuli that it once believed was threatening. And we find an entirely new reason for being alive. The mind is the greatest inventor of lies. It never actually sees the truth in all its perfection. It can only see fragments of the truth, catch a glimpse of it here and there, try to capture it with some fixed yet random creative expression. It is always making up stories about other people, the world, yourself, and the way that life is. It makes these enormous, glorious assumptions to courageously capture the truth and fit it into a beautiful box that others can appreciate and praise. Yet the truth is too big for the mind to contain. The truth is everything in this universe that is here now. The mind can only hold on to two things, the past and the future. The mind cannot just be here now in the present. The moment the mind completely surrenders into the burning fire of the now, all grasping disappears, and all of your suffering created by the mind is gone. The singer exists only in singing. The walker exists only in walking. So is the ego. The ego exists only in clinging and possessing things and dominating things. And when there is no domination, no desire to dominate, no desire to cling, no desire to possess, the ego starts evaporating. Osho. Now, when and if you wish to experience the truly miraculous being that you are, that we all are, and get a real taste of this amazing life that is yours to enjoy, you must choose to drop the mind. Just choose to give it up completely. Let it go of all clinging to its righteous beliefs and ways of thinking. That is the only way to be truly alive. Otherwise, you're just living in tomorrow or yesterday, missing out on this wondrous moment of life. The true you can only be found here, in this now moment. And one day, this body and mind will be gone, which is why this experience of your life is so very precious. And yes, your life is so precious. Take the time today to truly enjoy you being here right now and totally alive. How often do you appreciate the opportunity to have just to experience what it is like to be alive? This appreciation is your ticket to freedom. It is the main vehicle for liberating yourself from the mind and its many prisons. To see, feel, smell, divinity within all things. You must drop all attachment to the mind and its entanglements. You must merge with it, find peace with the mind within you. Just imagine that you are the sun, and the mind is a small, hard comet heading towards you, about to get burned up in the sun's sacred fire. My invitation for you right now is enormous. Stop trying to get anywhere. Just drop the mind. See how much you can really enjoy this day, that you are still alive. In this very moment, you are still here. Who knows about the next moment? Remember this. Choose to do everything you can to be radically alive. My request here is not that you try and push yourself further into your known list of sensory pleasures, mental distractions, or physical addictions. I'm challenging you to go deeper into your aliveness, your spiritual nature. Find a deeper, more authentic joy inside of you, one that contains a deep healing relaxation within it. I want you to find the peace that is within your soul. It is here now and will help you transcend every hidden anxiety, self-sabotaging behavior you have had. I want you to become so alive, so vibrating with life, that you suddenly realize that you cannot hold on to all your worries and fears, that they are no longer your priority. Imagine, how would it feel to be so relaxed and excited about your life, living in this magical body-mind vehicle you are in, that you forget all insecurity and fear? See, what we're doing is you're moving. We talk about leaving the mind alone, and you're actually moving out of the mind. And you let go of everything. You let go of all the stuff, all of it. This is where I say, you're looking in, your direction that you're looking in is completely different than what you're used to. Because when you leave the mind alone, where are you? You're in the heart. Period. You're not in the mind anymore. So what? You're not suffering anymore. As you dissolve into love, your ego fades. You're not thinking about loving. You're just being loved, radiating like the sun, Ram Dass. So we surrender. The ego is the most tenacious master at resisting, believe it or not, love. It is always cautious and skeptical about falling in love, and feels devotion is only for the weak and needy. The ego simply doesn't trust love, because if it felt what love really was, it would die. It would have to give up all its strategies for protecting itself from love, learn the path of surrender. The ego only knows control and separation, me versus you, and avoids falling into the ultimate state of love at all costs, because it knows it has no control in that space. And the more we can surrender to trusting love, the more we will find that love pours into every wounded crevice hidden in our being. It is only through giving up our attachment to our ego that we can find what real love is all about. We must lose our small self to discover our big self, which is constantly growing and evolving in love, always being reborn, fresh, and new. At the highest level of awareness, all devotion is devotion to the self. The self is omnipresent, alive and conscious within all beings. When you know this, see this, and honor this truth, you simply give up all limited approaches to love and upgrade it for this higher version of reality. From this space, we can be totally devoted to a partner, friend, child, family, or any being for that matter. We then can lose ourselves completely in that experience, because we know that ultimately it is a form of devotion to who we truly are. There is no separation from ourselves and our beloved. Our beloved is our perfect mirror, reflecting back to us all the multidimensional aspects inside ourselves that we cannot see. It is through seeing the one self, realizing its awesome power, that we can stop being afraid of devotion. It is our devotion to this highest state of awareness, seeing the one self in all beings, that actually enables us to be free. We are no longer limited by our expression, bound by our beliefs, or stuck in suppression. In devotion to the one, we gain access to the deepest levels of joy, freedom, and truth. We are no longer fearing love, yet only in gratitude and reverence of it. And this sacred relationship allows us to reveal our highest life purpose and direction. It is only from this place that real, everlasting happiness is found. This state of being knows that life is truly perfect just as it is, and there is absolutely nothing we need to do to make it better in any possible way. Be lamps unto yourselves, Be refuges unto yourselves. Look not for a refuge in anyone besides yourselves. Buddha. Now, if you are ready to begin creating a life of devotion this week, there's a couple of fun practical steps you can do to help it get rooted in your daily life. First thing is to make a devotion altar where you add everything on it you are devoted to in your life. It can be as simple as a cardboard box with a nice cloth on top where you place holy pictures, beautiful art, inspiring statues, heart-opening gifts, precious stones, wise sayings, or anything you feel is sacred for you. Add everything that you want to open your heart up to and feel a deeper connection with. Sit in front of your altar and meditate on the items on it every morning. Feel your heart opening up to the devotional energy it represents. And by trusting in this sacred connection, each time you glance at your altar, the energy will build each day. And if you want to burn some incense, light a candle to make it official. These all help us move into the now and the heart-mindedness. The tower above the forest. The next invitation for you is to write down all the beliefs that are creating a healthy and unhealthy level of devotion for you. Start with a list of every unhealthy or limited belief you have about being devoted. This is your let go list. And just know it is the gateway to experience a healthier state of devotion. These beliefs may sound something like, I am afraid of losing myself and my partner. It's not safe to fall in love. I'm not worthy of a deep experience of love. I'm unable to let go of control over my life. Once you've written down all your negative limiting beliefs, write down all the opposing positive beliefs which counterbalance them. These would sound something like, I am excited to lose myself and my partner. It's safe to fall and rise in love. I'm worthy of the deepest experiences of love. I am looking forward to letting go of control over my life. Now, once you find each specific position, positive belief that balances and cancels out the negative beliefs, you can let them both go. Being free from both beliefs allows you to experience a deeper release, a free fall, and surrender into your infinite being, where the greatest level of stillness and silence of the mind is found. It is this state of pure stillness that your greatest innocence, most authentic being is discovered. Here you can realize your most natural state of devotion that is free from all resistance, control, and fear. Devotion revealed in this space will only create more joy, ecstasy, and freedom in your life. It is from stepping into this direction that we discover the perfect life, where we see that everything, everyone around us is a deep eternal love and gift in the most intimate ways. You are born with a tremendous possibility. You are born with a light within you. Listen to the still, small voice within, and that will guide you. Osho. Join you in meditation. I'll return to close us out. Take an easy and slow breath in through the nose. An easy and slow breath out from the mouth. Remain still, relaxed into your body. Focused on your breath rising and falling. If you are ever feeling stuck in this life, wanting to find the way, remember this. The mere intention of being still and silent has enough power in it to generate a complete awakening in your life, regardless of how deeply stuck you feel or think you are. Take this with you for the rest of the day into the evening and night, the following morning. We'll return here tonight after 9:15 p.m. Eastern to continue our Time for Change call. And Thursday, November 13, after 3:15 p.m. Eastern to continue our global guided meditation call. Gentle, kind, generous, and humble with yourself at all times. Be in the highest of the highest high, deepest of the deepest deepest, and purest of the purest purest. Eternal gratitude at all times. No matter what's happening within you or outside of you. Open your heart. Allow the magic to flow in.